And you're listening to the Saturday Afternoon Groove on the Sounds of Macarthur at 100.3 FM. Don Pedro here with special guests Talkback Avenue, Alistair and Felicity. Now, you guys, when you came in, you noticed that a very young Mr. McCall in the room next door. Felicity mentioned you really liked his music, which I'm sure he's very happy to hear at the moment.
He was so groovy. I couldn't keep my eyes off him.
You watch the phone will ring in a moment with a request, probably a Mark Bolan or something like that. Well, as you were saying during the break, you get a lot of influence from the classics.
Hell yeah, it's amazing. They're our favourite.
Yeah, you always go back to the roots. I think all the music these days, I think, always goes back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, all that sort of stuff.
Some of it
starts from there. Yeah, it all starts from there.
Some of it's all doof.
Well, rest assured, there's no doof music here.
Thank the Lord.
On the Saturday Afternoon Groove anyway. Which is interesting, talking about some of the older songs, because you've actually chosen a song by Pearl Jam, which is a cover, which we'll be playing later on.
Yeah, we've got a story behind that one too.
Yeah, I think we'll keep that story.
We'll keep everyone in suspense for that one. Yeah. In the meantime, you mentioned Nirvana. You actually do covers of Nirvana with your live show as well.
Yeah, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Yeah, we've been playing that our last few shows we've been playing that, and we've got a pretty
cool.
Yeah, reaction.
It's lots of fun too. We can go crazy.
I know Nirvana cranked out a lot of really good songs, but if you ask someone about Nirvana, even if they're not a Nirvana fan, chances are this is the one that they think of. Smells Like Teen Spirit, especially
everyone knows it.
I mean, the video itself has got the guy doing the janitor job, which Kurt Cobain put in because that's the first job he got after being kicked out of school.
You know your stuff.
Yeah. And then, I know. I'm a music nerd. I can't help it. I've had people ring me up and tell me, get a life, get off the internet.
No, it's too much fun.
Tell you what, how about we just play it?
Yep, sounds good.
Let's
go for it.
Nirvana, and you're listening to the Saturday Afternoon Groove.
2MCR 100.3.
Dire Straits with The Walk of Life, and you're listening to the Sounds of Macarthur. Got special guests here, Talkback Avenue, young Alistair and Felicity in the studio. We'll be playing their debut song Clouds later on in the show. But apparently Ozzy Osbourne. Who's the Ozzy Osbourne fan?
I am.
I am too.
You both are? Okay.
I'm bigger.
Yeah, you're probably bigger. Yeah, I'll let you have that one.
He's awesome.
And you've chosen Crazy Train.
I think it relates to everyone in some stage in their life when you all go crazy. We all do it.
All right, fair enough.
Some of us.
Yeah, some way more than others.
Okay, because we do play some Black Sabbath here on the show. Occasionally I sneak one in. Just see if I can get away with it. Our producer doesn't say anything. This one's actually from the Blizzard of Oz album featuring Randy Rhoads. Sadly isn't with us anymore. Is it just that particular song you like, or is the actual type of music?
I just love his enthusiasm, and what's another word I can say? I just love him.
Yeah,
his personality.
He's pretty funny.
Goes into
very extraordinary character.
So, but his attitude towards everything goes into his music, and the way he does it is just superb.
Fantastic.
Is with it anymore, but yeah.
But I remember when he broke his leg on his one of the shows I was watching. He broke his leg, and then he was still on stage doing his thing. Not many people do that.
Sure that wasn't Meet the Osbournes?
Probably was.
Good on you. All right. Well, what we'll do is we'll just play this particular track, and we'll be back with more Talkback Avenue in just a moment.
That was Ozzy Osbourne with Crazy Train. We are Talkback Avenue.
And the next song's Cure Lullaby.
Coming up to 5 minutes to 5 on the Saturday Afternoon Groove. Special guests, Talkback Avenue, Felicity and Alistair. You started out as a duo, a little one, you were playing as a young age, brother and sister, and you decided to sort of expand on the band and include a fellow named Reese, your bass player.
Yeah, he was.
Tell us a little bit about him. It's an interesting story.
It's a very interesting story. I think our first few shows, I think we had about 3 or 4 shows before we decided to become obviously a full band, and I think he was the only person that actually turned up to every show. So
every single show.
So after that I said, Reese, do you want to come jam?
He was our favourite groupie ever.
Yeah, I think ever since then he's just,
So that's how you get into a band?
Yeah, sometimes he's
that's
more
how you get
passionate
into
than what we are,
Talkback.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's a legend. It's so good.
So he's gone and basically added another dimension to the band sound.
He really has.
Yeah, and I think it added another dimension on Facebook too. I think he's the person that shares the video.
So he's your PR man as well. He gets 2 paychecks.
You betcha.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, it's awesome having a full band now too, obviously, because we can expand our sound a fair bit. And yeah, he's one of his best friends, Liam's in our band at the moment too, playing drums too, so it's awesome to have him on board as well. So yeah, we're going to be recording our album shortly. We're just writing at the moment. Probably going to do our next single shortly too, which is going to be called Attention Seeker, so everyone have a look out for that one.
We picked up on that. Woohoo! Excellent. I'll get you to actually come in, Alistair, and record that woohoo a couple of times. And we'll have it as an excellent promo for the Saturday afternoon groove. And you're listening to the Sounds of Macarthur here on 100.3 FM with Talkback Avenue. And yes, I'm assuming there's definitely a punk influence behind the band, especially considering Reese actually has a mohawk, which you do see in that video.
He loves
on
that
Clouds.
Everyone loves that mohawk. Actually, a few clubs were that impressed by it, they didn't want to let him in anymore. I was kind of shocked. That's how much they loved it.
Like, we understand that you like it, but not letting him in? Bloody hell.
Come on.
They started growing into a mullet at one stage, and his girlfriend Rose, I think, sort of said to him, like, it's time to let it go.
What are you doing? Come on.
And yeah,
and sadly, this is your PR man too.
Sadly, the mullet's no more. Yeah, he is out. I'd call him our Facebook promoter man that just posts the video pretty much anywhere he can find it. I think some of Twisty's friends, he's got his friends now on.
He has nearly all my friends as friends now.
And yeah, pretty much everything they post, I think there's something with him commenting on something.
Yeah, if there's no comment from Reese, I'll be like, what's happening? Is he okay?
He mustn't be awake.
Well, look, self-promotion is the best promotion.
Absolutely. I think these days as well, obviously with us being an independent band and obviously not signed to a label or anything, you've obviously just got to do everything you can to get your friends, family involved. And we've got a great bunch of people that we work with, our friends, our family. Like our video, Jamie Stewart, who filmed it, and Mitch Ryan, Cuppy, who we like to call him, they did an awesome job for us, and they just did that, because they're our friends. They did it because they wanted to help us out, and that's how obviously starts out. Bands that make it big, obviously, should always look back and play it in their community and thank the people that got them there. Because when you start out, it's those sort of people that help you get there. You can't do it without other people's help, and I think a lot of people look past that. And I think that us as a band, we always look to those people that help us out now, because we get a lot of influence from them, and they sort of push us every day to obviously be the best that we can be.
And even those people that were like, oh, I don't know about this, they're starting to come on board, and really supporting us too, which is
even people that don't necessarily like our music, they're like, Alistair and Felicity and Reese and everyone else are doing this thing, and they've got a lot of energy about it, and that's the thing we want to. When we first started this band, we didn't want it to just be someone that in a particular age group that could listen to it. We want everyone from any age that can sort of relate to it.
If you're a beautiful grandma knitting at home,
we just want everyone to listen to it and hopefully get some inspiration. If they're going through a hard time, to get through it. We just want to be there.
We want to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good on you. So, Blondie.
Call me.
Shall we ask Felicity?
Yeah, if we're sticking.
I love
this
Blondie.
One. She's got blonde hair. I haven't got blonde hair, so.
Or half blonde,
blonde
half
purple. And purple at the moment.
I love Blondie. I love her stage techniques. I've been watching them so much. Okay. I'm actually starting to get obsessed with her. It's not very good. But yeah, I think she's just out there. The whole band's out there, but she's the front girl that rocks her stuff.
Well, that's Deborah Harry. But I definitely, one of the first albums I ever bought was The Best of Blondie.
Yeah.
And some fantastic tracks. We're going to play one of their earliest, which I love it myself because it's got a fantastic punk vamp to it.
Absolutely.
So here's Blondie with Eat to the Beat.
100.3.
They're fun to listen to.
It gets me up and going.
Playing all the hits.
I love the songs you play.
I love this station.
2MCR.
David Bowie with Ziggy Stardust, and we're Talkback Avenue.
Woohoo!
And you're listening.
Incredible David Bowie with Ziggy Stardust. And you're listening to the Saturday Afternoon Groove here on 100.3 FM. Special guest Talkback Avenue, Felicity and Alistair. You've mentioned that Pearl Jam is one of the defining influences behind the sound of Talkback Avenue.
You You betcha.
And we've got a very good story about the song we've requested to go on to.
Tell me all about it.
Okay, one day we're driving back from, we can tell we're local, from MacArthur Square.
Oh, okay. Been hanging
On
out
a
at the
Thursday
square, have we?
night too.
Of course, on a Thursday.
Late night.
And my girlfriend Jessica, she's beautiful, thank you, for 6 months after last night.
That'll keep you in the good books.
Yeah. Yeah, we're basically like driving and she's like, oh guys, do you remember that song? And me and Fussy like, what song are you talking about?
Baby, where'd you
She's
go?
like, oh Lord, where have you been? Why haven't you come back? And we're like, what song? And anyways, we found the song about half an hour later when we got back. And it sounded absolutely nothing like what she sung. We just wish we had it on tape though, because like I reckon her version was better than the original. Almost, it was just so funny because we got it completely wrong. Like, the lyrics were like 100% almost off from what she did, but it was awesome.
So good.
God love her.
Well, that's interesting because that wouldn't be the first time this song was actually covered.
She's done an all different cover altogether. She's made the song her own, I think.
Yeah, she made a different one.
Because this is actually supposed to be a cover of a 1960s ballad by a group called J. Frank Wilson and the Cavaliers. I got to admit, it's one of my favourite songs by Pearl Jam, Last Kiss. So, good choice.
Thank you.
Keep listening. We've got some more great music coming up. And, of course, debuting the song Clouds by Talkback Avenue.
Can't wait.
You're listening to 100.3 FM. You're listening to 100.3 FM. With special guest Talkback Avenue. Now, one of the songs you've chosen is City of Blinding Lights by U2. I know it's YouTube. I think Don needs another coffee. That's fine.
I think he does.
So tell us quickly. Yeah, he does, actually. You're buying. That's fine. I've provided the lollies, but we didn't say that.
I'll bring you a coffee.
That's good.
I'll make you one.
That sounds good. Even better. You can come back anytime you like.
Sounds good.
So what's the story behind this track?
There's a band called Angels and Airways, which is very Blink oriented. It's actually one of the Blink members that founded that band. He was very influenced by the whole U2 sort of sound, like their massive delay sort of sound makes it. I think they had a very unique sound in that sort of sense. I think a lot of that sort of stuff that we look at now in some of our new tracks that we've been writing have that whole delay sort of feel to it. So
okay.
I think U2 were the first ones to really play around with that sort of sound. And
yeah.
I think we always look up to them, and Fussy does too.
Yeah, they're awesome.
For that reason, so yeah.
Oh, excellent. Well, keep listening because in a moment we'll be playing your debut single, Clouds. But for now, here's U2 with the City of Blinding Lights. Felicity. Now, we're going to play your debut single, Clouds. And I remember Alistair sent me a link with the video, which is rather interesting the way it starts out. You want to check it out on YouTube. Essentially waking up from a party. That's what it looks like. I saw cans and an open bottle of Lambrusco too.
And everyone's
so
like
I'm assuming, was this after a gig, a very good gig?
Yeah, well, the whole concept of the video was...
none of us were actually drunk or remotely
believe it or
any
not.
of it. Everything was completely sober.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Believe it or not, I think one or two people were probably drinking.
Yeah.
Always, yeah. Yeah, basically the concept of the video was everyone, obviously at the start of it, just everyone waking up from a big night, which was obviously us playing, and then it sort of goes back towards the end of the night as the video goes on. Yeah, it was an awesome clip to shoot just because obviously our best friends got to shoot it, obviously Jamie Stewart and Mitch Ryan. And all our friends got involved, so it was actually filmed
Our grandmother's
house. So after it there was a bit of a scene because Mum didn't realise we were filming the whole thing down there, so we copped a bit of stick for it. But then after it, she realised she thought we had a massive party because she came there and there were bottles basically everywhere and so forth. And she's gone, "What have you guys done?" But after she saw the video, she was fine with it. So
I need to ask now, finally, who is the elderly gentleman with white hair?
His name's Roger. Yeah, his name's Roger.
He looks just like Mike McCall.
Yeah, he does
really
actually.
does.
He does the shape.
Maybe Mike can be in the next video.
You never. Okay, you heard that, Mike.
We'll have to hit him up.
Go on. So, how did he get involved in this project?
Basically, I worked with him. I still do work with him a fair bit, actually, in my second job. And he came to me and said, "Oh, if you guys ever end up doing a video clip, please let me get involved." So he ended up, as soon as I put it Facebook status up saying, who wants to get involved with our video, he was the first to get to me and said, can I get involved?
Very enthusiastic.
We gave him the lead role as a result, so...
Okay, well, I tell you what, we're coming towards the end of the show. It's been an absolute pleasure having you as guests on my show.
Thanks so
You're
much.
most welcome to come back again. We definitely want to hear about when the album comes out.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to come in and drop a few copies to you.
Sounds
signed
good.
Copy
Sounds good,
personally.
yeah. Fully autographed. When's the next gig, guys?
We got one on the 22nd of May at Balmain. So, come down and check that out. You'll be able to see the dates on our
Like us
Facebook
on
page.
Facebook, just search Talkback Avenue, and if you have Instagram, at Talkback Avenue, and if you want to hashtag Talkback Avenue or Talkback 2014, I will find you.
And we're on iTunes as well, so this song that we're about to play is on iTunes as well now.
And if you don't find you, I'm sure Reese will track you down one way or another.
You
Absolutely.
betcha.
Good on you guys.
All right, thanks for having us, Don.
Thank
Pleasure.
you so much. Bye.
Here's Talkback Avenue with their debut single, Clouds.
Woke up with my head in the clouds, slipping in and out of this world. Maybe we can make this our own. Maybe we can make this our own.
I woke up with you right by my side, while you were slipping in and out of this world. Maybe we can make this our own. Yeah, maybe we can make this our own.
Nobody left to die. Caught myself with a cry until you opened up my eyes.
And now I've got you by my side. There's nothing I can't fight, 'cause with you